Hello, this is Joanne Lysiak, and welcome to the live broadcast here. Tonight, I'm excited to be here because I'm going to be talking about something that I just completed with someone who is my guest. And we're going to be talking about how life coaching can transform your life and your business. So if you are aspiring to maybe be a life coach, as a visionary leader, or if you are considering maybe adding life coaching to your business practice. Maybe you're a wellness practitioner, an energy worker, a massage therapist, and you've really considered life coaching as part of some skills that would really benefit you. Stay tuned because this is really going to benefit you tonight. So my name is Joanne Lysiak, and I am the Life Transformation Coach at Empower Coaching Network. And I help visionary leaders and wellness practitioners tap into their intuition. They unleash their greatness within and their power within so they can really transform their clients' lives and do what they truly love and is serving others reach their highest and fullest potential. So today what I'd like to do is welcome my guest and my friend as well, Timothy Lambright. So let me bring him on. And I will tell you a little bit about him. Here we go. Hi, Tim. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. How you doing, Joanne?
Good. Well, thank you for joining me tonight.
My background isn't as beautiful as yours, so.
Oh, no, it is. I love your signs with believe and very inspirational. So absolutely. So thank you for joining me today. And I'll just give a little bit of a background on why you're here today. But I'm really happy to introduce Tim. Tim and I go back a while. We have similar backgrounds. But Tim just recently, there's two reasons to congratulate him. Number one is he just finished his dissertation for Doctorate of Education of Organizational Leadership. So congratulations on that. That's exciting for you. And in the midst of that, he just completed the Empower Life Coach certification that I led. So for 6 months, he was juggling both balls in the air, plus his life, plus a career as well. So he had a lot going on and he was able to perform amazing with both. So congratulations, Tim.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful getting there.
Yeah. So what I wanted to do today is we're really going to talk about life coaching and how life coaching can really enhance your personal life, but also your business life. So before we get started, I know we have a couple of viewers here. I want to reach out to everybody and welcome you here. And if you would, put your name and where you're from and any comments as we go along, because we'd like this to be a conversation. So if you have any questions you want to ask about life coaching and the process, or for Tim or myself, please put the comments in. And if you're listening to the replay, thank you for doing so. We really appreciate that. And also do the same. If you put your name, you state where you're from and comments, because I do check the newsfeed on a regular basis. So let me just ask you some questions, Tim, because you and I go back. You know, we were both in a success club for many years. And in this club, there was advanced training, universal laws, law of attraction, success principles, leadership principles. So we were there for quite a few years. And then you and I also were studying energy work and subconscious beliefs and how that impacts us with the mortars. And we went down that path. We're both master best practitioners. So you have a lot of training. So let me ask you this first question. What brought you to coming to me and approaching me and asking me about life coaching? Why did you want to add life coaching to all the training that you have right now?
Well, honestly, the initial training was for me as I was building myself and finding my true path, what I felt truly aligned with. And then as I got into the doctorate program, the whole focus of my life is how do I lead myself to be stronger, to then help others lead themselves to be stronger. And then I met the mortars, and I had already done things like thought field therapy and learned about Ho'oponopono, but what the mortars were doing, what Dr. M.T. Mortar created was wonderful. But what I found out what I was doing when I worked with my clients was I was really coaching them. I was kind of mentoring them. And I thought there's got to be a process. So how can I take everything I've learned and then put it into a process where I'm truly giving life-changing benefits through the work and through the coaching. And so I needed a good coaching method. And then when I learned of your coaching program and I already had a trust in you, and some of these other coaching programs, you know, they're short, they're like quick, and your program 6 months, and it was a deep dive, and it was introspection as well as extras. Oh my God. You know, I feel like that I've really earned where I am today.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And I'm just going to stop here and I'm going to give a shout out for Ralph LeBlanc, who's here. Hi, I haven't talked to you in a long time. Thank you for being here, Ralph. Good to have you here. What I just want to kind of fill people in about is the coaching program that Tim is talking about. It is a 6-month program. And Tim had a really amazing opportunity, as I did, because this was a specific one that really was created as a beta test to see how this would work out. Because for me, it's all about the experience I'm going to provide for other people so that they can be their best. And my intention in this program was to create a program that after the time period, if they participate and play full on, they're going to walk out of that program being an amazing, extraordinary coach, ready to take on the world and clients in complete confidence because they've done it themselves. They've transformed their life, and now they are ready and credible and living in their authenticity to do the same for their clients. And this worked out amazing. And I mean, it was the best experience for me as coach. And for you, I'm hoping, and from Nancy as well. But this is an unusual experience to do that. But everything I do really has an intention with the end result in mind. And so I just wanted to really talk a little bit more about this experience and being a coach, because you did mention that, you know, there's a lot of coaching programs out there, you know, and there's coaching programs where you could be a coach in a weekend. You can be certified as a coach in a weekend. You can be certified in 2 months. You can do it online, you know, and there's a lot of different coaching programs out there, and they all have a different outcome and result. And this one really was for you to be an extraordinary coach right out of the gate, you know. Right. So tell me how that helped you and that experience of giving you the skills in a 6-month period.
Well, right off the bat, it wasn't here's how you talk with your client. It was an introspection. You were coaching us. And through that, I realized I had a lot higher to go on my confidence level. And through a lot of the work that we did, and the 4 pillars were big, you know, really diving into health, wealth, spirituality, and love, and figure out where am I? Because honestly, I don't think I could deliver to my clients if I didn't already have delivered to myself. And I mean, I had major breakthroughs. I'll tell you, everybody, she made me cry because we had to break through. So it was awesome when I came out. I'm not the same person, but that beginning of that program, we had to have our own breakthroughs, and then we started learning the coaching so that we could help others get their breakthrough. Yeah.
Well, it was 4 months really for you to focus on you, because, you know, we're not advisors, we're not counselors. We don't tell you what to do. We help you go deep diving with us. We're there on this deep dive to help you kind of tread through the waters and go through the levels and ask you the questions. But it's really a big coaching program, because 4 months you're being coached. And as you said, then you're experiencing it and changing and transforming. So then you are very credible. And that's why you're so confident, because you have changed. You know, I mean, you were an amazing individual and very successful person to begin with, but it was the peeling of the onion of that stuff that's hidden that really sabotages you, you know, everybody, myself, everybody, until you get rid of it. So that was a great experience. So can you share what some of your outcomes were? I mean, I don't want you to get real personal if you don't want to, but what were some of your outcomes that maybe was an unexpected outcome for you, as well as one that you had intended?
Well, I had some challenges from my past that I thought I had handled. And I didn't realize in how many areas of my life that had affected. And I didn't know it until those things triggered. And it was just so interesting to realize that, okay, once I realized it, I have a program now that I can actually get rid of this stuff. So that was one. The level of confidence was the big one. and the voice in the head that kept saying, you know, you're not good enough, even though I had this tremendous success record.
Right.
The other level was authority figures, and I thought it was funny that, because I'm getting ready to do working with business leaders on self-leadership and perception management. And I'm looking at that thinking, I got to face authority figures. And so I had to work on that and clearing myself so that I can then help business leaders. So it's been really, it's been a great ride. That's what it's been, a great ride.
It has. And I had the honor of working with both of you very closely and knowing so much about you and seeing you transform in so many ways. And you know me, I'm like a dog with a bone. So if I see something that's holding you back, I'm going after it. So can you share, as far as you've gone through so much, you know, right now you really were working on your dissertation since you came in.
Right.
For 6 months, and we just finished a week ago. So you had a full plate. You also have a full-time profession, occupation, and here you are in this 6 months coaching program. How were you able to manage that? Because people would say to me that, oh, just the program alone is too much. How can you do that, and what are your recommendations to others?
I think the number one thing was I knew where I wanted to go, and I knew there was no way around it, that I had to go through it, and literally going through the coaching program, being coached. That's a great metaphor. But I had my management job where I worked full time, and that was basically between some set hours, so I could set that aside for my day. The dissertation, I really had a good feel, because by the time I started this program, I knew about how much time I had to spend on it. So really, it was about prioritizing. This was important to me to become life coach certified in a reputable program. And I just found a way to fit it together and still have time for my wife and my grandkids. My mother was just here for 10 days. And I guess because of my passion spilled over, they respected me for my time to be able to get it done. So they know the results that are coming, and they're enjoying it. So yeah, it's just knowing my priorities, setting my pace, and making sure that my friends and family around me understand what I'm doing, and basically fall in love with it as much as I do. Just give me that space. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, good. And, you know, I remember having our conversation before we started, and also with the other person in the class, Nancy. And my conversation was, you know, sometimes people think, well, my plate is too full, I can't be coached. I cannot be coached by you. I can't take that on. It's too much. But I said, no. This is actually going to make your life better. And they're like, I don't understand that. You're telling me this big program. So tell me, because I know we were working to help you with the dissertation. So how did this help you with your dissertation?
I was the plateful guy the wrong way. There is a right way, a plate full. And what I finally figured out through the program was the plate can be full if everything is in alignment with each other. And sometimes some of the stuff has overlap. But if you put things on the plate that each one of them are going different directions, that's overwhelm. That's craziness is what that is. So I've learned, yes, I can put things on that plate as long as it's all aligned, going in the same direction. And I had to learn that it's okay to say no, because it's not in my alignment. So yeah, that was a big lesson I had to learn.
Yeah, I know. I'm a full plater too that went through a process years ago. So let me ask you another question, as far as what did you uncover about your abilities as a coach through this experience?
One of the things is I was not going as deep as I thought I was. I'm very intuitive. I can pick up on things real easy. But I guess it goes back to that authority figure thing. Here I am coaching somebody who's paying me to coach them, and how far can I push? And I learned that I could set boundaries right up front, but the biggest transformation for a coachee is when I get right in there. If I notice something, if I pick up on intuition and I get in there, when we come out the other side, they're thanking me. And that was probably the biggest takeaway in coaching was it's okay to get in there as long as you've got the boundary up front and they understand that you've got their best intention in mind, that it's all out of the best influence for them. So yeah, that was amazing. And now I think my wife wonders sometimes if I'm deep diving on her.
I know people always think that we're coaching them, but now it's like, no, I drop it after a certain time. No, I'm not coaching. I'm enjoying my life. So let me ask you this question. It is a spiritually based program. And so part of it is to really activate your intuition, to connect deeper, to release your greatness within your gifts and talents, and to live the life of your heart's desires. So that's very spiritually based. And we do a lot of mind-body tools and techniques as well. What has that done for you using them on yourself and then with your coach partner?
Well, bottom line is we've got all these beliefs in our systems. And I came to this program knowing that. But and as you learn new things or you go to try to apply new things, you're going to get things that are going to come up. You're going to get a voice in the head that says, no, you can't do that, or no, you don't deserve that. Or you're going to get this feeling like, this doesn't feel comfortable. I don't want to do that. And I've realized that those are just beliefs triggered. And with these, and the thoughts that we're having. And so with these tools, it's given me a way to clear that, just get that out of my system, so that all of a sudden I can be refreshed. I have peace and harmony about where I'm going and the decisions I'm making. So having this ability to just clear out any negative emotions or resistance to what I want to do has been, it's amped up the game that I already had. I'm able to clear right away. And now I can help my clients with that as well. And so from a spirituality standpoint, I actually ask my clients how they define spirituality. And then we get back to, this is about yourself, about being peace and harmony and centered in your life. And when you learn new things, what are you going to do about the things that come up? And that's what this was about, was being able to knock those things that come up so that you can go forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And, that's what really sets this program apart. And our coaching style is really clearing those stuck emotions, programs, beliefs, limiting beliefs.
Right.
And it, when people ask me what I do, I always get that kind of glazed over look. What is that? What do you do? And it's sometimes hard to explain, but sometimes very hard to comprehend what we do. But, from your perspective, if you were going to a different coaching program and you did not learn this technique, just speculate how this really helped you much more in using this technique with your clients. How?
Rephrase that question.
So again, people don't necessarily know about this. So if you were this particular coaching program, we do that. We clear beliefs, but majority of the coaching programs don't. Right. It's just, it's more or less setting goals and holding them accountable and responsible. In your perspective and working with this, how is this the game changer when you're coaching people using this technique?
Well, let me talk from the perspective of me being coached by you using this technique. Mm-hmm. As I was learning the new tools for me, and then learning the coaching tools, we were clearing right away with the learning. And I was able to apply these techniques so easily as if they were already a part of my life. I can only imagine without the clearing, and I can only imagine with my clients. I could teach them certain skill sets, But if I don't help them clear the blocks that are coming up through that, they're going to go out there and maybe struggle. And for some people, the struggle will cause them to give up.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's the amazing part is the clearing's happening with the learning, and it allows for application that makes it easier, and it allows you to take good information and apply it to your life, and it sticks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, personally, I work on myself all the time. I clear blocks out all the time, and it's not like anything to be ashamed of, like you're a messed up person. Actually, it's very empowering because they're there. That's just a fact of this universe. This is how it is, and you have a tool to clear it. And so that's empowering because when you're triggered, right? You
Right.
know when you're triggered after you go through this program and you learn how to, with the emotional clearing technique, how to eliminate them, how to do all the processes, and then help them create a new mindset. That. Then it's very empowering. And for yourself, when that happens, and then you get yourself out of it in seconds. Because the reality is we're going to be triggered. We're going to have things that are not our expected outcome. And it's how you go from that point forward. If you're prepared and you have the tools, then you can turn it around very quickly versus staying stuck in it for years.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I kind of look at it. So let me ask you, what was your favorite part of the coaching program?
Just the interactions with my coaching partner, Nancy, and you, and the aha moments when we're like, oh, we're over that hurdle. One of my big ones was procrastination, and having that accountability and that checking in, and are you getting it done like you said you're going to get it done? That was awesome for me because I find myself now, I don't procrastinate. If I accept a commitment, I've got it done sooner than most people are expecting. So, yeah, I think the accountability and just the, having that camaraderie, but the accountability all at the same time, that was a great part of the course for me.
And how has it impacted you? Because we talked about the 4 pillars, and if people aren't aware of the 4 pillars, it's really the 4 main categories of your life, and having balance and harmony. You're not going to have 25, 25, 25, but you're going to have harmony between the 4 pillars, which is health, wealth, love, and spirituality. So you could truly be happy and fulfilled. And I know that was important for me to put this in because, I know that you've got to have the harmony in your life, because if you're focused only on one area or 2 areas, that's what the cause of the problems are. Those other 2 areas or one area that you're ignoring and avoiding, and it spills over. So how has that impacted you by focusing on those 4 areas? Now that you look back and it's, you completed the program, you set goals in those areas. How was that for you?
I found that some of the pillars were good to go. I'd always been working on my health, and actually now that I'm done with the dissertation, there's a couple of editings, but nothing like it used to be. I can actually focus on more physical activity besides the eating. Wealth was the one that really got me. I couldn't believe how many programs, how many of these blocks kept coming up in me over finding ways. My wife would tell you I'd give away my heart. Yet I've put a lot of money and time into this, and I realize it is worth something. And so wealth was a pillar that I really became strong in. Relationships, I can talk to a wall, so my wife says, and it'll answer. And so I didn't have big problems there. And spirituality, just finding that quiet place and centering, I've been good there. But actually, I feel stronger in all 4 pillars, and especially wealth now. I mean, I feel equally strong, and quite honestly, if I would have only been focusing on 1 or 2 pillars, I would have been losing out, and literally I wouldn't have the full potential I've got now, because I feel like I wouldn't call it balanced, but I feel like that I'm strong in all 4 pillars, at some level. But yeah, it's been amazing.
Yeah, you integrate them in, and because usually what happens is people usually get out of whack, whether it's health challenges or financial challenges or love challenges, or they're just disconnected to who they are if they ignore it for a long period of time. And it's easy to do that when you get caught up with things in life. So it gives you a perspective to really look at everything. So the thing that my intention in creating this program was to have extraordinary coaches out of the gate that are confident because they've done it themselves. They're credible. They've got the skills. They're highly skilled and they're ready to rock and roll. And that's what I saw with the two of you in this program. So tell me how you feel right now. You're actually right now getting your certification hours completed. So you're coaching people. So tell me how that experience prepared you, the whole coaching program prepared you to now go out of the gate ready and equipped.
Well, 6 months of coursework, weekly meetings with you, and partner coaching time, which you put on us. We have 16 hours of coaching time. Really helped me practice and knock off the rough edges. And now that I'm we've got to do 44 coaching hours with at least 4 clients, a total of 44 hours. It's made it easy. Quite honestly, if all I did was just basic life coaching, which is not what I'm doing, but if I did basic life coaching, I feel totally confident. I mean, I went through it. I know where I'm at. I know the amazing results. I'm intuitive enough to know that, different people are at different stages. And I just felt totally ready. The first meeting I had with my first client, there was no hesitation. There was no lack of confidence. It was like, I've already done all this and I've got all the tools. So, I was ready.
Good to hear that. Good to hear that. And this is all very spontaneous. I'm hearing this for the first time from Tim. So what would you say to people that are watching this, that they're considering being a life coach, to be a life coach, or possibly they have their own wellness, they're a wellness practitioner. Let's say that they're, an energy worker, or they're a nutritionist, or somehow involved in wellness. And they're doing the regular appointment by appointment, and they're kind of having their clients come in and they're caught up in that, that routine that's not working. What would you say to them based on your experience on how this could help them?
Well, number one, as just a wellness practitioner, I was doing that with a technique. I know I was mentoring people, but I was doing it more from an intuition based than a program based that I could actually structure them through. And quite honestly, I can only imagine that wellness practitioners operate from the heart and they want to give. And so I can't imagine a practitioner not mentoring a client. I can't imagine it. The client comes and, goes through their technique or whatever it is, there's going to be a conversation. Mm-hmm. So this coaching program gives you a structured program around, but not only that, I don't have to see clients live. I don't have to see them in person. Right? So I can really start structuring everything online. I can be anywhere in the world with internet and still be working with my clients. It's amazing. I can put together my program with PowerPoints or whatever I want to do, or I can just be spontaneous in the moment with them. So I would tell other wellness practitioners, you're already doing it. If you really had a structured program from a credible source, I would tell you, you need to sign up with Joanne. You're just going to go to the next level.
Well, thank you for saying that. I know from my own experience, I was a wellness practitioner for many years, and I was a coach before that because I was a corporate trainer in corporate America with 2 major corporations. And I knew the importance of coaching, and I did it like you did. I was just, even though I was taught a different way, I said, no. after a while, I realized I must coach my clients so they're in the game, and, they uncover why they're in the game and they're part of it. We're working together. And I realized that. And that's why I went and got my certification as a coach as well, because I saw that. But I do have friends who are wellness practitioners, and they're doing the typical model. Clients coming in, they're taking care of the client. They may see them again. They may not see them again. They come in and out whenever they feel like setting an appointment, and they're not getting the results for their clients. And I can say I saw a huge difference with getting results for my clients and, creating a program, because it's a results-based program. It's not just appointment by appointment. So that's really, really significant. So Tim, I want to thank you for sharing your insights here. I really appreciate it. And absolutely, this was one amazing experience for me as a coach. As I mentioned, I was testing this out because I don't see anything like it out in the coaching industry, and I am going forward with it. And it was just an amazing experience being with you in particular, and Nancy. I knew that it was going to work, and I kept telling you guys are going to be the perfect couple, in this as a coaching partner. And Nancy's like, how do you know? I go, I know, I'm intuitive. I know it's going to be amazing. So thank you very much for spending time with me tonight and sharing your experience. Anything you want to say before we end tonight?
If you're thinking of anything about coaching, check all the different programs out. But I'm going to tell you, you're going to find out that the Empowered Network program is the program. That's really all there is to say. I appreciate Joanne. I appreciate you for what you've done for me, and it's just going to be an amazing ride. I'm taking off.
Oh, I know you are. I know you are, and that I'm happy to be a part of that as well. So I want to thank you again for being here. And before I say goodnight, I just want to reach out to people that are listening in. If you have an interest in becoming a life coach, or if you're a wellness practitioner and you want to add coaching skills, and really have the main thing really is this clearing technique, and as well as developing your intuitive skills in this program. If you are interested in that, please reach out to me. This is by application. I am going forward with the program as with what I did with Tim and Nancy, as I have only 4 spots open for that. It's a premier package. So you have to understand that you're going to get a lot of personal time with me. One thing that Tim and I did and Nancy did is that I watched your videos as you were coaching your partner from day one. And I was giving you guys feedback on coaching skills. And we had our personal one-on-one time together where I did clearing on you and then also coaching feedback for you guys. So that is going to continue and more so. So you're going to have a lot of personal time with me in this program so that you're going to come out of this program ready to coach, fully equipped, confident, learning all the skills. So you're going to step out as really at a level of a master coach. And that's what this program is designed for. So I have 4 spots available. It is going to start in January. And I also have a group program. So there's a group program that is going to be launched in January. And that is very similar to what we did, except there will be more people in the class. And you won't have as much personalized time with me, but you will have personalized sessions with me. That is going to be added to that group program as well. So I just learned a lot from this experience myself, and is like, no, I'm not doing this on your own thing. I am giving you my time to help you exceed and be an amazing, extraordinary coach. So if you want to reach out to me through Facebook. I will send you the link for an application, and we could talk and have a discovery session and see what your needs are and go from there. But again, I want to thank you so much. I miss you. I mean, this was Tuesday night for 6 months. So thank you again for that experience. And thank you for being here, Tim.
Thank you, Joanne. And if anybody saw it, thank you, Corey, the little dog in the background somewhere.
Yes, he was always involved in our class too. So congratulations for you on both accounts, and best wishes for coaching and helping everybody achieve their dreams that you're going to serve.
Y'all
so good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody, for being here. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye.